Yes, I'm back here with Tesser and Boris. And Boris, you're gonna show us the versatility of your syrups because they are not only used for cocktails, right?
That's absolutely true. So syrups are a super versatile ingredient. So I always try to encourage bartenders to come up with the new ways of how you can use syrup. I experiment with different applications myself. So it doesn't just apply to cocktails or non-alcoholic cocktails or coffee or anything like that, or maybe beer. You can also transfer the syrup in a different ways. So one of the ways that actually I prepared today for you to show you is rock candy. So here's 3 examples that I prepared. So essentially, what you need for doing this is only time and a syrup. So the way I usually make them is I would take a little plastic cup. And then I will pour syrup inside of it. For this one, I was using caramel. So I would fill the cup with the caramel syrup, and then I just dip the stick inside of it, and just let it do its magic. So over time, actually
For how long?
Well, this one was done for about 5 weeks. This one was done in like 3, and you see.
So it's slow food.
Yeah, and if you see, there's a difference in between these two because I used 2 different types of syrup. This one is a pure sugar syrup that we have in artisanal age, and it has a different sugar inside. So you see the crystals are much different than the one in a caramel that grows much bigger. So that's one of the applications. Second one, what I prepared for you today is I transformed the syrup into a jelly. So if you want to try this one, it's a Tesser cucumber syrup mixed with gin and a gelatin to turn into a jelly. So here we go. So that's another way.
Oh, it's completely like a jelly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Very strong in cucumber taste.
Yeah, and it's also alcoholic, so it's always fun to have. So, and the last thing actually I'm going to show you how you can transform syrup is I prepared a very simple cocktail that was essentially before a Sex on the Beach. But as you know, Sex on the Beach is vodka with the cranberry juice, orange juice, and a bit of a peach liqueur. So I made a bit of a twist on it. So instead of actually adding the peach liqueur, or in this case it will be for me a peach syrup, I excluded the liqueur from the equation, and I'm going to put it there in a different way. So right now I'm just making a basic Sex on the Beach, but I'm going to shake it.
Can you use the jellies as garnish for a cocktail?
Actually, no, because I have a whole nother different way of how to use the syrup. So once we pour this one into the drink, into a glass, then I prepared a foam out of syrup and gelatin as well, and it comes something out like this. So basically in here, instead of adding the peach syrup inside to flavor the drink, I made a foam out of it. So once you drink in the liquid melts the peach foam, bringing the flavor in together, mixing it into a twist on a Sex on the Beach. So yeah. So I encourage bartenders to find a new way of how you can use and apply syrup in your creations.
But what about coffee? You talked about coffee as well. You could use it for coffee, the syrups.
Yeah, you can. Well, you can regularly use it in a coffee, but you can, for instance, if you make this one was a peach foam, but if you make a hazelnut foam, you can float maybe on a coffee, on an espresso or an Americano.